There are seasons in life when everything suddenly becomes quiet. You pray, but heaven does not respond. You search for answers, yet all you hear is the sound of your own heartbeat echoing through the silence. It is not that God has forgotten you. It is that He is watching how you move when His voice no longer guides your every step. Silence is not rejection, it is refinement. It is the sacred classroom where your faith is tested without supervision. Sometimes God removes the noise so you can finally face the truth about who you've become. He withdraws the comfort so you can remember what dependency feels like. He hides His face not because He's angry, but because He wants to see whether you will still seek Him when He feels far away. You see, faith is easy when fire falls from heaven. But real faith is proven in the wilderness, when the manna stops falling, when the cloud doesn't move, when the night feels endless. That's when heaven watches. That's when your obedience speaks louder than your prayers. There are moments when you look around and realize that every door that once opened easily is now locked. Every friend who once understood your heart suddenly turns silent. Every plan that once worked begins to collapse. You're not cursed, you're being carved. Heaven sometimes dismantles what you built to reveal what you actually need. The silence of God is not a punishment, it's an invitation. An invitation to trust what He already said, even when you can't feel what He's doing. When He hides, He's not gone, He's working in the unseen, rearranging things you didn't know were out of place. Every delay has purpose. Every unanswered prayer is a seed being buried, not rejected. You are not being ignored. You're being prepared. Preparation often feels like isolation because what's being shaped in private will be revealed in power. Do not mistake quiet seasons for empty ones. Heaven often whispers right before it reveals. The moments you think are wasted are actually the moments when roots grow deeper than ever before. Because fruit cannot survive without roots, and roots are formed in the dark. The darkness you're facing isn't proof that you're lost. It's proof that you're being grounded. God plants His promises in soil, not sunlight. And every promise must endure a burial before it blooms. So if you feel buried right now, don't panic. You're not dead, you're planted. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure, and faith is formed in silence. You may not understand what's happening, but one day you'll look back and realize that the silence was mercy, not neglect. It was love disguised as distance. It was God teaching you how to walk when you could no longer see the path. There's a strange beauty in divine silence. It exposes false voices, fake peace, and shallow faith. It forces you to anchor your soul to something unshakable. Because when the noise fades, only truth remains. And the truth is this: even when God seems quiet, He is never absent. Some people will leave during your silent season because they were only attached to your sound, not your soul. Let them go. Heaven removes what cannot carry the next chapter. You can't bring yesterday's crowd into tomorrow's calling. There is a version of you that only pain can produce. There is a strength that only comes when prayers go unanswered. And there is a peace that only appears when the storm refuses to stop. That's why the silence of heaven is sacred. It births warriors, not wanderers. So tonight, when you lay down and the room feels heavy, when you feel like heaven has gone quiet, breathe. He's closer than your breath. Even if you can't sense Him, He's still guiding, still protecting, still writing your story in invisible ink. The silence you rehearing is not the end. It's the turning of a page. Soon what was hidden will make sense. The tears you've cried will become rivers of wisdom. And the silence you endured will become the stage where His voice finally thunders again. Stay faithful in the quiet. Because heaven is never truly silent, it's simply speaking in a language only stillness can hear.